Welcome to Broken Table Podcast. I'm Alec with Brad. Let's break it down. Tonight on the show, it is our wrestling recap episode. And I see we made a little mistake. Episode 2. We break down everything that's going on the show. Oh, okay. So let's get started with the Raw recap. It was an interesting Monday Night Raw this week. Do we just want to? Obviously, Raw. Let's talk about Becky Lynch first.
I was gonna just mention that we could talk about Becky Lynch going off of her rocker with AJ Lee. I saw the YouTube clip today. I don't think I've ever seen Becky lose her. You know what? That quickly. Yeah, and AJ Lee just sitting there going, "Yeah, I just won a match against you for your championship at Elimination Chamber. I'm not going to go into a tirade, but like you just did. But okay,
you know, I'm sorry, Chicago. Becky is the biggest crybaby whiner ever.
Well, who does she get that from? Her husband's the same way. Her husband's the same way.
Yes.
Which, again, the magic black man, the black dragon,
the hooded figure
appeared again. Screwed Austin Theory, which I'm not against. So that's okay. I'm
not either, but somehow, some way, I still think Austin Theory is working as a double agent for Seth.
Somebody is, but somebody in that.
It is not Logan Paul. I can tell you that.
No, because Logan Paul came out and so did Bronson Reed. It can't be him. Logan Paul was out there. It's got to
be Theory. And we talked about this the last time. Who in WWE can you not trust at all if he's running a faction and he has that phone?
Paul Heyman.
The Oracle.
Well, and I'm surprised too, and this is just me, and I know he's not a full-time guy, but where's Brock Lesnar? Isn't he part of this faction?
I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, I guess my question, but that would be too, is will he be part of Elimination Chamber? Will he be one of the six that are in the chamber?
I have not seen that yet. Okay. I would be surprised if he's a last-minute addition to an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, because there's 4 pods and then the 2 guys in the middle of the ring, and then the pods simultaneously open. So, and obviously we know one of those people is going to be LA Knight. We know that because LA Knight beat Austin Theory. Yeah.
Good. Something good for the LA Knight.
I honestly think that LA Knight should be the winner of that match because I think he should have won the Rumble. I think it's time for them to push him. I'll be honest with you. When LA Knight first came into WWE, I was not a fan, but he grew on me. So LA Knight.
Oh yeah, you mean when he first came up to the main roster?
Yeah, he was a heel.
Max Dupree.
Yeah, he was a heel, and he was
had
very
the MXM
arrogant. And then after a while, his arrogance grew on me, and it's like, okay, well, this guy, nothing bad about him, and
yeah, that's like me with who is it on SmackDown that I just. Oh, Carmelo Hayes. For the life of me, for a long time, I could not stand Carmelo Hayes. And he's grown on me now.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, bud. I'm right there with you. I'm the same way. I didn't really care for him. And now seeing him, and he's the United States champion, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, he's grown on me too. So I like Carmelo Hayes as well. And Javon Evans is another guy that's grown on me too. So another guy that.
But back to Raw anyway. Then we had the tag title match.
Yes, that was the next thing I had, buddy, in my notes. Alpha Academy versus the Usos. Oh, and just to retrospect, if you didn't see, guys, Big E has announced he's done.
He's done.
He's retired. I broke
Which
my
me,
heart
me or
to
you are
read that.
not surprised.
Yeah, it broke my heart to read that tweet. I would have liked to seen him come back one more time just to thump
Kofi and Xavier.
Kofi and Xavier Woods. It would have been kind of cool, but who knows? Maybe we'll see him as a villain of some kind. But those two, yeah. But to get back, but to the tag team match, I think the Usos retained. Yes,
They did.
They did retain. Okay,
And then they cut a promo after basically telling Alpha Academy that they did a heck of a job. And I'm going to say this. The tag team division kind of does need a refresh. There's a few tag teams on NXT that deserve the call. And we'll get to NXT in a little bit. Because there's a certain name we want to talk about, but we don't want to summon him.
No, we'll summon him later. I know who you're referring to. We're a big fan of the person that we're talking about.
Yeah, obviously.
The next thing, Bud, that happened was Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio were in the ring, and then Stephanie Valkyrie came out, and I guess they were talking in Spanish.
Liv has no idea if she picks Stephanie, she's gonna lose at WrestleMania. I'm just putting it out there right now.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you, and I'm not really a big Jade Cargill fan. I think she loses to both. I don't think she beats either one of them. Honestly,
I don't either.
Honestly, I mean,
Liv, you might as well go down to NXT and pick the NXT Women's Champion.
Well, I think, but in all reality, too, I think she might have bitten off more than she can chew. Is what because again, you're going against Stephanie, who obviously is earned her way to
just beat Raquel,
and so if you pick Stephanie, then you have Raquel against Jade. I don't think Raquel beats Jade either.
No,
and Jade's not that great of a wrestler, as we've seen. No offense to her, but that's just
she's scared to defend that title.
Watching
she has a grand total of zero title defenses, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's because it's the gimmick they're giving her, where she thinks she's better than everybody."
Right? Yeah.
No, the truth is, I think they're just waiting till Bianca's cleared, and Bianca's going to be the one to take the title off of Jade.
Either that, or they wait till what's his name comes back.
Naomi.
Naomi. Yeah, I don't think so, because Naomi, I don't think she's even had her baby yet, and then she'll take a couple months off, obviously, to get back into shape before she can come back. I would say I'm more likely Bianca. I would agree with you, but I think hold it till Bianca comes back. Bianca takes it off of her, and then Jade becomes a side piece or whatever she was prior, or there's a little bit of a rivalry between her and Bianca for a while.
Yeah.
So,
well, and then interesting little backstage segment with Finn and Dom.
Oh,
are we finally seeing Finn leave the Judgment Day?
I think, like I said, we talked about that on my show too. I think with him, when they were in wherever he's from, wherever Finn is from,
Belfast,
when he came out to the Baylor Club or the Bauer Club song, and he got that big ovation, I think that kind of like said, okay, Finn can go on his own now. Finn doesn't need the Judgment Day to push him anymore. He's now, and if he gets into Elimination Chamber,
well, I think he's got a match at Chamber with Punk.
Oh, did he? Okay. Oh, okay. 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 All right. Well, then that
obviously we know Punk's not dropping the title.
Not in Chicago. Not in Chicago. Not in his hometown.
There would be a generational riot.
Yeah, they might burn Chicago to the ground
if Punk loses.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then I guess, Bud, the next match was an Elimination Chamber match for the women's side, and Rhea Ripley won over Ivy Nile and Lyra Valkyria, who isn't that Lyra Valkyria? Wasn't she?
Bailey's
Yeah.
Bailey's tag team partner right
Okay. Okay.
now.
Yeah.
The three faces, whatever we want to call it, the three stages of Bailey,
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
which we both of us have come to realize you really can't trust Bailey.
no, it just depends on which phase you're gonna get.
Are you gonna get the hugger Bailey? Are you
Yeah.
gonna get the I don't know what mood I'm in today, Bailey? Or are you gonna get the role model?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
And
Exactly.
Bailey's got a qualifying match, I guess, next week.
Okay. So Rhea's in, so that leaves 5 spots still open for Elimination Chamber. Okay.
I would imagine Tiffy Time's probably gonna
One
qualify.
of them. Do you see them putting in Rhea's tag team partner? Why does her name escape me?
EO.
Io Sky. Do you
Yes.
see him? Okay. Okay. So I mean, we'll have to wait and see because I think Elimination Chamber's the end of the month. I think it's a couple weeks away.
Yeah,
Before
2 weeks.
Till we get to it. Okay. So yeah, so you were talking, but about the Judgment Day. Finn Balor talking to Dominic during
And
the
saying
commercial
he's
break.
tired of being second fiddle. And I think they're planting the seeds for Finn to take the IC title off of Dom at
Okay.
Mania,
Okay.
which I would be all for. I wouldn't mind it at all. Because
No, I
Dom
wouldn't mind.
very rarely defends that title.
Right. Well, and the only time he defended it is when he lost it to Cena, and then he used Liv Morgan's return to get it back. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it says the Vision confronted Adam Pearce backstage. Paul Heyman says Pearce is far more canny than he gives him credit for. Well, and Braun Breaker got hurt, so we know he's out for
a while.
A period of time. So that leaves in the Vision. It leaves
Logan Paul, Bronson Reed,
and Austin Theory. And then, of course, if Seth comes back,
whoever this mysterious masked person is.
Yeah.
People are throwing out, oh, maybe it could be Buddy Matthews. I hate to spoil it. It's not Buddy Matthews. He is still contracted by AEW. And we'll get to AEW here in a second. As a matter of fact, that leads us right into AEW. And we're going to do the Dynamite review first.
Cool.
And then we're going to make our picks
for AEW
Grand Slam Australia.
Okay, so this was AEW Collision was in Las Vegas, and the title of it was Ciampa retains TNT title, chaotic parking lot fight. That was the title for the AEW recap. The opening
is this for Dynamite?
Oh no! Darn it, man! I'm sorry. I got Collision. Damn it! I got the wrong one. I'm sorry. I got the wrong. I did Collision. I didn't read Dynamite. My fault. Did not get that one. Sorry about that, but I didn't.
I mean, you can pull it up right now. It's all good.
Let me look here. It's an AEW Dynamite, right?
Yes.
All right, hang on.
I mean, we could also do Collision, so you get the full.
Let's see here. AEW Dynamite. Okay, so that is. So it took place in Ontario, California. Okay. So let's take a look here.
And we're going to start backwards. We're going to start with the main event because I think both of us loved the main event. It was MJF.
MJF, yes, the guy that we love to talk about. The guy that we love he's right up there with the Miz. Brody King defeated him in the World Championship.
In a squash match, basically.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Music to both of our ears when MJF loses. Unfortunately, I don't see Brody King beating. Well,
MJF.
we'll get to that in a second when we do our predictions
Yeah.
uh
For the Grand Slam. Yeah.
for us Grand Slam Australia. Now we can start with the beginning of the show.
And that was the Don Callis family.
Ugh.
Out. They defeated the Death Riders. It was Moxley, Pac, and Daniel Garcia who were there for the Death Riders. They were defeated by Takahashi Elkon and Josh Alexander. Am I pronouncing those names correctly? I'm sure I'm not.
Takeshka.
Takeshka, okay.
Takeshka,
Yeah.
Clone, and
Josh Alexander.
yes.
Okay.
The walking weapon.
Yeah,
The Don Callis film. That's another.
So I thought, but at one time those two were both heels. But are the Death Riders tweeners now, or are they?
I still can't quite figure that out.
Because I know the Death Riders were heels forever.
They were heels for a long time.
Well, Moxley had the AEW championship locked up in a suitcase until Hangman Page took it away from him. But he had to go through hell to get it. But they got it finally. So, yeah.
Yep, and then now it's kind of locked up again because you got MJF with it.
Yeah.
But we neither of us can stand the Don Callis family. Not even Don Callis.
Well,
Don Callis he doesn't know when to shut up.
Well, like you said, but on my show last week, it was he's the
Paul Heyman.
Yeah, he's the Paul Heyman of AEW. He's not well liked by anybody.
No,
you know,
Kenny hates him to death, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and him and Heyman both, they're that's what they're known for. That's what they're always. I mean, I don't think Paul Heyman ever wrestled. I could be wrong. I know he's the one that brought us ECW and and all that stuff. But I mean, outside of that, I don't know about Don Callis. I don't know if Callis ever wrestled as a wrestler.
No, he's always been a manager.
Okay. So he just is able to talk a lot of crap and get on the mic, I guess. And
he's not very good at it. He's very condescending.
Yeah, the next match was Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy defeated Jordan Oasis and Brittany Brooks, which leads, I think, to their match at Grand Slam. We'll talk about that when we make our picks. I
can't wait to see Wheeler. I'm going to spoil it right now. I can't wait to see Wheeler to get his hair cut off.
I love Tony Storm to death. I've never seen a person degrade herself and get cheered for than Tony Storm does. Watching her press conferences, and I just have never seen. And she's another one that the WWE messed up on because she was in the WWE and they messed it up. And she's a gem, one of Tony Khan's gems in AEW. Just saying.
Her promos are the best. Her and Orange Cassidy. That is magic.
Well, I saw a clip the other night that she called him, she's Orange Boy. I'm like, oh my God. Like, okay. Like, that's only something that Tony would say. Only Tony would say that. Only Tony would say that. The next match what I had was Hangman Page defeated Mark Davis. Is there any animosity?
Yes, Mark Davis is part of the Don Callis family.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And he was sent in to basically take out Hangman. So Hangman wouldn't make it to Grand Slam Australia.
Okay.
Which, as we know, failed.
Correct. And then you had Andrade El Idolo. He defeated Kenny Omega.
By cheating, of course. Which that's the Don Callis way. They don't know how to win fair and square.
And then the next match was Mega Bad defeated the Babes of Wrath. That's Megan Bain and Penelope Ford defeating Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champs. That's a match I think that's
Women's
going on.
women's tag
Okay,
team champs.
going on at the.
I say this, and I want to know what you think. Harley Cameron's came a long way.
Yes, I agree. I again watching highlights, and again I was a WWE guy, but I've watched AEW, and I subscribed on their YouTube channel, so I get their feeds all the time, and I've watched more wrestling highlights I think than I ever have in my life, to be honest with you, because you get it pumped in all the time. But yeah, I think she has made huge improvements
She
from where she
has
was.
since they first signed her, and she had that feud with uh Mercedes.
Yeah, speaking of her, where's the one that has all the belts? Because I haven't seen her in a while.
She's taking time off apparently.
Ah, okay, okay,
Yep, she's taking
okay.
a break. And then I think the show
And then
closed out with Hangman and Swerve.
yeah, I was gonna say Ricochet defeated Jungle Jack Perry to retain his AEW National Championship. But yes,
Yeah, because of course Ricochet had to cheat.
well, he did for the most part since he's coming to AEW. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't know how to
I,
correctly
I
win.
I like Swerve. I hope that they give him a shot at the title again. I do like Swerve a lot. I hope that he gets an opportunity to be there. And
Oh,
Darby
if he
Allin
goes against MJF is
toast.
yeah. You
It
can
says
kiss that triple B goodbye, MJF.
yeah, Darby Allin brawl with Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors later after being dragged into the desert in a video segment. Wow, Darby Allin can't catch a break since Sting's left. So
No, no, and he gets beaten up by everybody.
yeah.
What is everybody's problem with Darby Allin? What did he do to y'all?
I don't know. And then it says Chris Statlander revealed she announced the stipulation for her rematch with Thea on Saturday. I guess
Tekla,
is that at
Tekla.
Grand Slam too? I don't see that on the. No, I don't see that.
Collision maybe.
Collision. I was gonna say that's not Grand Slam. Okay, okay. Yeah, that was Dynamite last
Now
week.
to Collision.
To Collision. Okay,
You had to pay the stuff for Collision.
I have my notes there again. I guess there was, Ciampa retained his TNT title. There was a big parking lot fight.
Yeah, with Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, the Rascals.
Yeah.
Grizzled Young Vets, and because it was 8. That's 4-on-4.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a 4-on-4 match.
Big Bill and Brian Keith were the other
started
two.
with the Young Bucks and defeating GOA to start the.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Since the Young Bucks have came back and they've got their pyro back, and they're just the Young Bucks now, not EVPs, not all this nonsense they were doing before they left. I've come back around. They were a really good tag team before they started doing the whole EVP gimmick. I don't know about you, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Look, it says that Hook is the new boss of
the Ops.
Because Samoa Joe's out with an injury.
Yep. Which
okay.
Speedy recovery, Joe.
Yeah, we need you back, Joe. We need you back. The wrestling world is not the same with you being gone.
He is so good on the mic.
Well, not only he's good on the mic, he's also good in the ring. He's one of the more technical guys that's left. Yeah, Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, the Rascals, Grizzled young veterans, Big Bill and Brian Keith were the ones that were in the parking lot fight. But
I saw the.
I haven't.
It was a train wreck.
I have to go back and watch the highlights. I didn't see that. I'll have to go back and watch the highlights on that one.
It was a absolute car crash.
And then it says in a 3-way TNT Championship match, Tommaso Ciampa defeated Roderick Strong and Claudio Castagnoli. And Castagnoli's part of the
Death Riders.
Death Riders, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was what Collision was all about. So yeah.
Now to our picks and predictions for AEW Grand Slam. Tell us the first match.
Well, we can start. Well, I'll start with the headliner match. That's MJF and Brody King for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, and I think Bradley can back me up on this, Brody King's not winning.
No, I was gonna say that too. I hate to pick MJF, but I'm gonna go with MJF to win.
I am too.
Yeah, to retain it. Yep, I think he will retain. The next one, but is Hangman Page against Andrade for the AEW or for a shot. So this must be a number 1 contender match.
It is. I think Hangman wins.
I do too, because I think AEW needs Page and MJF. I think that rivalry is very strong. They were for a long time. They picked on each other for a long time. I think I was watching something today about The Miz and Daniel Bryan when they had a rivalry together.
Oh, yeah. The Talking Smack segment heard around the world.
I think that MJF and Adam and Heyman have that kind of rivalry. They don't like each other. They get an opportunity to go in the ring against each other. I think I think Page wins, and I think at the next PLE for AEW, it's him and MJF for the title, in my opinion. That's the way I would go.
I would agree. Andrade doesn't deserve a title match right now. He's still relatively new.
And then the next match is the head shaving match with Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy. And Wheeler Yuta and Marina
Death Rider fans are not going to like me for what I'm about to say. Wheeler Yuta, be prepared to be bold.
Yeah, I agree. I think Storm and Cassidy win. I think Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy win. So yeah,
Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta, be prepared to be bold.
Yeah.
You look like your constituent, Moxley.
I agree. The next one is the AEW World Tag or Women's Tag Team titles: Nightingale and Cameron versus Bane and Ford. And I think Nightingale and Cameron are the champs, right? Aren't they the champions?
Yes, Nightingale and Cameron are the champs.
They retain, in my opinion.
They retain it. I'm going to say this. Megan Bane's another one that I've come around on. When she first started at AEW, I'm like, I can't stand watching her. Now I've come around, and she's kind of grown on me.
Okay. And the last match I have is for the AEW Continental Championship, and that's Takeshita versus Jon Moxley, which I think aren't they on the same?
No, Moxley's Death Riders. Takeshita is Don Callis.
Don Callis. I got you. Okay, yeah. Moxley. I'm gonna go with
Moxley's gonna retain.
Yep.
Because I think down the road we're gonna get Okada versus Takeshita. And the loser's got to leave the Don Callis family.
Gotcha. Okay.
And now SmackDown.
SmackDown from last Friday. So we have...
I'm going to say right off rip, Solo, I'm so happy he lost.
Solo.
Poor Solo, though, taking that RKO from Randy.
If there's one person you cannot trust, is Randy Orton. So Randy's in. I'm assuming Randy won the match,
yes,
right?
He did. He RKO'd. People were pointing out that Solo kind of called it, that he was going to get RKO'd Solo's got his own issues with the Wyatt Six.
Well, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, they've gone
He
back.
done messed up by taking that lantern.
Yeah, well, that's again. Don't screw with Bray Wyatt because it doesn't always pay off
Nope.
to screw with Bray. Bray, rest in peace, my man. But still, don't mess with Bray Wyatt because it always
Don't
comes
mess
back
with
around.
don't mess with Bo Dallas.
But yeah, that's his nephew, right? I think Bo Dallas was his nephew.
Cousin.
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 So the SmackDown started off with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley retaining their tag team championships over Julia and Kiana James. So
Good.
that was how it started. And then we were just talking about this young man, Carmelo Hayes versus my favorite WWE superstar, The Miz. And Carmelo Hayes beat him. Can't be more than thrilled to see The Miz lose. It makes me so happy when The Miz doesn't
Same
win.
here. I love seeing the Miz lose. It's
Oh.
music
Yeah.
to my ears.
Yeah, I mean, he came out after Cena retired and said, "Oh, that, I'm gonna be the face of it now." No, let's pray that doesn't happen.
It's not. I don't think it's going to.
I was really impressed with what Obafemi did. Who was the guy that Obafemi that beat the heck out of on? Was it
Kip
Raw? He was on
Wilson.
SmackDown. He was on SmackDown, right? Oba's
Yeah,
on
Kip Wilson.
SmackDown.
Kip
I never
Wilson.
even heard of that kid prior to him coming out.
Well,
And
because
then,
he was in a tag team with Elton Prince.
oh,
Pretty
okay.
deadly. And Elton Prince is out right now with a neck injury.
Oh, gotcha. But okay, see, I wasn't sure where that kid came from, and I'm like, and then you call Obafemi out. I'm like, dude, you're like a
You're
toothpick.
asking for.
You're like a
There's
toothpick.
3 things in life that we know are certain: death, taxes, and Obafemi absolutely just demolishing people.
Well, Adam brought up that the other night on my show, and I'm like, did you not see what Oba did at Royal Rumble? I think Oba can carry a franchise. I think he can carry a show. I think he has that kind of power. He's got that power to him. I think he's probably going to come out now as a face. Maybe he'll be a tweener like a Braun Breaker. You never know which way you're going to get him. But I think Oba. I think he's off and running already. Then you had Tama Tonga against Shinsuke Nakamura. Tonga won
match. A good match until the other MFTs got involved.
Gotcha. Okay, because I've always been a Shinsuke Nakamura fan. I always have been. I've never. I mean, I think he left and came back as a heel. I know he had that little run-in with AJ Styles or whoever was the United States LA Knight. I keep saying it. LA Knight. Those matches that they had for United were good matches, back and forth.
They were.
And I think Shinsuke's gone back to being a face now. I think is
likable face with that his old entrance.
The crazy violins that play. I remember seeing that at WrestleMania. But yeah, I like Shinsuke. Was that for a spot in Elimination Chamber or just a
no? It was just
normal
it
match?
was a regular singles match.
And then this is when Liv Morgan talked to Jade Cargill about who she hasn't chosen, who she's gonna face at WrestleMania.
Liv, we talked about this a minute ago. Liv, she's biting off more than she could chew.
Nope, I agree with that. And then of course, go ahead, bud.
With either one.
Oh yeah, no.
Whether she picks Jade or Stephanie.
Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
and then of course you had the main event.
Yeah, that was the match.
Threat.
Solo Sikoa, Randy Orton. So yeah, Randy won, and so Randy's one of the 6 inside Elimination Chamber. So
yep.
Yeah.
And now we finish up the show with NXT. And I'll let you say his name.
Say his name. Joe Hendry. I
Uh-oh.
I didn't didn't even know who Joe Hendry was until I was watching a clip, and then all of a sudden I started listening to his music, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then all of a sudden it's like, dude, that is in your head. Once that song is, you hear that song, it's in your head
Yeah.
forever, and you are a Joe Hendry fan for the rest of your life. So yes, Joe Hendry is the NXT champion. He won in a ladders match over Ricky Saints, Sean Legacy, Dion Lennox, Jackson Drake, um, Silo Hill,
Keanu Carver.
Keanu Carver. Yeah. So, you know, it's cool to see ladder matches back. Obviously, I missed the TLC match with Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and uh, Matt and Jeff Hardy. Those were great matches back in the day. But happy to see Joe win. Obviously, we knew Joe was in TNA. He's now in NXT. He's going to be down in NXT for a while. I don't see them pulling him up right now with Oba and Trick just coming up.
The
And
lemon pepper stepper.
so, yeah, I wouldn't think that they would bring Joe up that quickly. It would be kind of cool to see Joe Hendry in the Elimination Chamber, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
Not as an NXT champion, but congratulations to Joe. He deserves to be the champ as he was
does.
For a long
Well,
time.
and then we had this segment with Tony D'Angelo finally announcing his intentions of why he came back.
Let me see that, but I didn't see that in my notes. Did I miss something? I don't
He
see
had
that.
he had a promo segment.
Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I didn't read down in front of it. Okay, it says, debuting a hard-hitting theme and entrance, Tony D'Angelo enters the ring to explain his reappearance. Still technically a mob leader from Chicago, he says, Dark State's actions reminded him to stand on his own 2 feet. So, yes. So, is he part of Dark State? And no, he's not part of Dark State. Okay.
He's going after Dark State because they took everything from him.
Got you. Okay. Well, then, good luck, Tony.
And then the second part was he's going to tell us what he's going after he finishes with Dark State. Which, I'm sorry, Tony D, but you can't go after Dark State by yourself. You're going to need some help.
Right.
Because there's 4 of them and there's 1 of you.
It also talks about, it says, Rin QCC congratulates Sol Ruka as being one of the final 3 in the Royal Rumble, showing support for her friend. I thought maybe in a long shot, Sol Ruka was going to win the Royal Rumble. How cool would that have been?
She put on a heck of a show.
I mean, if she would have won, who do you go? Like, who do you put her? Not Jade. It probably would have been Stephanie. That would have been the way if
she would have won, yeah.
But Sol, I've been watching a lot since her Royal Rumble appearance, and I know she's in NXT. I think she's the next wave of female superstars in WWE. She's the next wave of the next Liv Morgans, the next Tiffany Strattons.
Yeah.
Those kind of wrestlers that are coming up. Then Stephanie Valkyries, stuff, ladies like that. She's the next wave of players in NXT. But Elo Dame retained her Women's North American Championship in a triple threat with Thea Hale and Lola Vice. Lola Vice was also in the Royal Rumble. No, was also
it's Izzy Dame.
Izzy Dame, okay. And then you had Elo LaFleur versus Charlie Dempsey in the Speed Tournament, and Elio won. From what
Elio LaFleur.
And then
it just rolls off your it just rolls off your tongue. Elio LaFleur.
And then it's Zoruka versus the Elegant brand and for the TNA Knockouts Championships.
I'm sorry, I don't like the Elegance brand.
They won the match.
That the Elegance brand. Do you remember Dana Brooke?
I do remember Dana Brooke. Yes, I do.
That's who the leader of the Elegance brand is.
I thought Dana Brooke was out of WWE completely because I know.
She's in TNA now
Oh, she's in TNA. Okay, okay.
as Ash by Elegance.
I was gonna say I was gonna say I thought she was completely out of it because she had gotten into a big, well, hoopla with management. Then she did something that you're not supposed to do, and I'm not gonna say that on here. Uh, the website starts with an O and ends with a S, and I'm not going to go there because that's not properly what we'd be talking about on here. But anyway, she got in trouble for that, so that's why she's at a WWE.
That's like same thing with Mandy Rose.
Yeah, yeah, because
That's why Mandy Rose got chopped from
yep.
WWE.
And then you had Chase University versus Stax and Lexus King, and Stax and King.
I'm sorry, I don't like Lexus King.
Nope.
Do you?
I actually, you know what? Honestly, I don't even know who he is. Honestly,
he used to be. Okay, so do you remember Brian Pillman in AEW?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. I know who he was. Yeah,
that's Brian Pillman.
Oh, he's just been renamed to a different name.
Yeah, okay. He's been renamed to Lexus King.
Kind of like
I guess Chase U might.
Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs is Royce Keys now. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I guess that Chase U's done now because Uriah Connors, I think, is joining Lexus King and Stax. Poor Andre Chase. Anyway, before we get off, why don't you tell them about your show?
So, guys, we will be joined by a good friend of mine, Tony Greer, who was one of the original USF basketball players when it was called the Sundome. Now it's known as the Yingling Center. If you're not from Tampa Bay, USF basketball used to play in a arena called the Sundome. It's now the Yingling Center. It's sponsored, obviously, because most stadiums are sponsored. But anyway, we're having him on to talk about the NIL in college basketball. I forwarded him an email. I was talking to him earlier today. They're having an NIL press conference tomorrow on campus at the Yingling Center to talk about the NIL. So we're going to talk about the NIL. He's trying to get more money for players, which, that's great. So he'll be on to talk to us about that. We'll recap the Super Bowl. Obviously, I know my team didn't win. It's okay. I think we were overmatched. I think you saw Drake May was not. It was too big of an element for him. He's not ready for that high of a achievement quite yet. So we'll talk about that. We will recap. I'm sure other things going on in sports, but most of the NIL, the Super Bowl, we'll be on there probably talking about other things. But we'll be back, guys, Thursday, 8:00. Come on in and we'll talk. We'll see you guys then.
And ladies and gentlemen, just a programming note. Until baseball season starts, we will have one episode a week of the podcast. Then once baseball season starts, every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30, we will have podcasts. And same thing with football season, when college football season restarts. And as you already know, we told you at the end of our college football podcast that we will be going in September
to the Michigan and Oklahoma game.
Yep. But till then, we will see you all next week on Tuesday at 5:30. Haven't decided yet what we're going to talk about. We will let everybody know. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your night.
Good night, everybody.
And I will catch you on Thursday on your show.
Sounds good, brother. I will see you then.
Yes.